Before we begin, we ask that you either turn off or silence your electronic devices.
Yes. It's almost always silent.
Today, as we join Tony and Allison in marriage, we celebrate them as they begin a new family together. We also know that this new branch of the family tree will be strengthened and enriched by the love, traditions, and appreciation of the roots. Does this couple have your blessing?
Mother and I offer our love, our support, and our blessing.
Mhm.
Today is a celebration of love, of commitment, of friendship, of family, and of two people who are in it forever. You don't have to have a ceremony to have a marriage, and when you think about it, the whole thing is kind of weird, right? You're standing on a stage, looking fancy, holding flowers, and being stared at pretty much everyone who has ever meant anything to you in the past 20-something years. So why do we do it? Marriage ceremony has been an important feature across nearly every culture, religion, generation, and society. We have thousands of important moments that happen throughout our lives, but this one is regarded as so critical, we acknowledge its special status by sharing it with others. Why this moment? Because despite all of our differences, love is what we all share. It's the great unifier, our one universal truth. That no matter who we are, where we come from, what we believe, we know this one thing. Love is what we're doing right. That's why you are both standing here. That's why you all are here to watch them stand up here. We have all loved in our lifetimes, and in this moment, we're reminded that the ability to love is the very best part of our humanity. All of us here today have our own love stories. Some are short, others long. Some are yet unwritten, while others are just getting to the good part. There are chapters in all of our stories that are sad or disappointing, and others that are exciting and full of adventure. Tony and Allison met in a linguistics class about 900 feet from where we are right now. Allison and I sat next to each other with a notebook between us so that we could converse through the entire class without getting in trouble. Anyone who went to college with us knows we did this in every one of the 10 classes we had together. Our notes usually consisted of cite quotes and complaining about the newest annoying person in our creative writing class. As the semester progressed, however, our notes were overtaken by Allison talking about the guy across the room in the blue trench coat. I will never forget how she first described him. He is so sexy, but not just his face, his brain too. His brain is sexy. From that day on, Anthony was sexy brain in our notes. Many conversations Allison had with him were described in full detail. After class, they would flirt while I stood nearby waiting to walk to our next class together. I knew Allison had found the one when I heard Tony laugh. He said something and Allison shrieked in laughter. The two of them carried on scream laughing while others looked on to see what on earth was going on. They didn't even realize what a spectacle they were. They were lost in their own world with their identical laughter. And that brings them here, a time to pause, look back, and smile at all the moments that brought them here. And a time to look ahead at all of the moments that are still to come. I'm here, we're all here because we want those moments for you. We're here to hope with you, to support you, to be proud of you, and to remind you that love isn't happily ever after. Love is the experience of writing your story. It's not one moment, not even this moment. It's every moment. Big ones like saying I love you, moving in together, getting engaged, but mostly a million little ones that come in between the big moments. Falling asleep next to one another, making dinner together, binge watching Netflix, bickering over whether Allison can adopt yet another cat. These everyday moments fused together into one big experience. And even though this experience is so incredible, words fail us when we try to explain it. That's just the way it is with love. It's meant to be felt, not described. But trying to describe love is one of our favorite pastimes. We use the words we have to write stories and poems and songs about love. One of my personal favorite descriptions of love strangely comes from the movie Shall We Dance? It goes, we need a witness to our lives. There's a billion people on the planet. I mean, what does any one life really mean? But in a marriage, you're promising to care about everything. The good things, the bad things, the mundane things, the terrible things, all of it, all the time, every day. You're saying, your life will not go unnoticed because I will notice it. Your life will not go unwitnessed because I will be your witness. Even though we describe love in different ways, and even though love can look different from one person to the next, we all know it when we see it. Whatever their souls are made of, Allison and Tony's are the same. I knew it then, and I know it now. And now we will have a reading by Maria Voss, Refuse, O Boy, Maya Angelou.
Beloved, in what other lives or lands have I known your lips, your hands, your laughter, brave, irreverent? Those sweet excesses that I do adore, what surety is there that we will meet again on other worlds some future time undated? I defy my body's haste. Without the promise of one more sweet encounter, I will not deign to die.
I love you, Buttercup said. I know this must come as something of a surprise to you, since all I've ever done is scorn you and degrade you and taunt you, but I have loved you for several hours now, and every second more. I thought an hour ago that I'd loved you more than any woman has ever loved a man, but a half hour after that, I knew that what I felt before was nothing compared to what I felt then. But 10 minutes after that, I understood that my previous love was a puddle compared to the high seas before a storm. Your eyes are like that, did you know? Well, they are. How many minutes ago was I? 20? Had I brought my feelings up to then? It doesn't matter. Buttercup could still not look at him. The sun was rising behind her now. She could feel the heat on her back, and it gave her courage. I love you so much more now than 20 minutes ago that there cannot be comparison. I love you so much more than now that when you opened your hovel door, there cannot be comparison. There's no room in my body for anything but you. My arms love you. My ears adore you. My knees shake with blind affection. My mind begs that you ask for something to do so it can obey. Do you want me to follow you for the rest of your days? I will do that. Do you want me to crawl? I will crawl. I will be quiet for you, or sing for you, or if you are hungry, let me bring you food, or if you have a thirst, and nothing will quench it but Arabian wine, I will go to Araby, and even though it is across the world, I will bring a bottle back for your lunch. Anything there is that I can do for you, I will do for you. Anything there is that I cannot do, I will learn to do. I know I cannot compete with the Countess in skills or wisdom or appeal, and I saw the way that she looked at you, and I saw the way you looked at her. But remember, please, that she is old and has other interests, whereas I am 17, and for me there is only you. Dearest Wesley, I've never called you that before, have I? Wesley, 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 darling Wesley, adored Wesley, sweet, perfect Wesley. Whisper that I can have a chance to win your love. And with that, she did the bravest thing she'd ever done. She looked right into his eyes.
That was Corey Thompson with a reading from The Princess Bride. Tony and Allison, now join your hands, and with your hands your hearts, so that you may see the gift they are to you. These are the hands of your best friend, young and strong and full of love for you, that are holding yours on your wedding day as you promise to love each other today, tomorrow, and forever. These are the hands that will work alongside yours as together you build your future. These are the hands that will passionately love you and cherish you throughout the years, and with the slightest touch will comfort you like no other. These are the hands that will hold you when fear or grief temporarily come your way. These are the hands that will countless times wipe the tears from your eyes, tears of sorrow and tears of joy. These are the hands that will tenderly hold your children. These are the hands that will give you support and encouragement to chase down your dreams. These are the hands that will give you strength as you struggle through difficult times. These are the hands that will lift your chin and brush your cheek as they raise your face to look into the eyes that are filled with overwhelming love for you. And lastly, these are the hands that even when wrinkled and aged will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with just a touch. Tony and Allison have asked their bridal party to warm their rings, sending good thoughts and well wishes as they pass them forward. We are gathered here today on this joyous occasion to celebrate the special love Allison and Tony share. It is a love based on giving and receiving, as well as having and sharing. And the love that they give and have is shared and received. And through this having and giving, and sharing and receiving, we too can share and love and have and receive. The wedding ring is a symbol and visible form of the unbroken circle of your love, so that wherever you may go, you may always return to your shared life. And these rings always bring to mind the power of your love.
That's my son.
Tony, please take Allison's ring, place it on her finger, and repeat after me. Allison, I give you this ring as a symbol that I choose you to be my wife, my partner, and my best friend. Today, tomorrow, and always. Wear it, think of me, and know that I love you. Allison, please take Tony's ring, place it on his finger, and repeat after me. Tony, I give you this ring as a symbol that I choose you to be my husband, my partner, and my best friend. Today, tomorrow, and always. Wear it, think of me, and know that I love you. By the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Oh, sorry. Take it back.
Oh, my goodness, it was not fault.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not married yet.
I'll go first. Alli, I love you, and I promise to keep loving you for the rest of my life. I will care for you, laugh with you, cry with you, and weather whatever challenges and hardships life brings with you. I love how we constantly challenge and help each other to be and become better people. We never hide our feelings from each other, and that makes us strong, both as people, as a couple, and as best friends. You challenge me to be less selfish and more capable of handling the small frustrations of life. Thanks to you, it's been over 2 years since an innocent bottle of Tums shattered in my vicinity. I promise to do my best to return that support in any and every way I can. You never have to fear the many glass sharks in that dark water, because I will always be with you, helping you to face them. You have changed the way I look at the world in so many wonderful ways, but the greatest is how I look at myself. I've never had a particularly great view of myself, and I still get pretty low at times, but you bring out the best in me. Your kindness helps me to be more kind. Your compassion makes me less dismissive. Your love forces me to face my own feelings more and helps me to better understand them. Yes, even the cat. I promise to always appreciate and return that kindness, compassion, and love, even if I'll never consistently admit to loving the cat. I love you, Burbles.
The first time I heard you laugh, I fell in love with you. It was over some stupid joke I made about no one knowing how to use a new roundabout on campus, and you threw your head back and let out that glorious cackle I love so much. And all I could think is that I wanted to make you laugh over and over. Over the past several years, I'm happy that I've managed to do that, although not always on purpose. When planning this wedding, I was warned over and over not to be too goofy, which made no sense to me because that's the essence of who and what we are together. We're goofy. We make each other laugh until we can't breathe and tears are running down our faces. There were times when I was worried about how silly we are together. We can be serious, but I thought that maybe we were doing something wrong. I've always felt a lot of pressure to be in a relationship like the one my parents have. In my mind, they never fight, they never get angry at each other, and they're always happy with each other. It wasn't until recently that I discovered their secret. It's not that they're always happy and perfectly content. It's that even when they're not, they're still each other's best friends. There are going to be days where I love you more than I like you. There are going to be days where I like you more than I love you. There will be days when one or both of us are tired, sad, cranky, exasperated, grieving, etc. There will be some bad days. But the one thing that I know for sure is no matter what, we'll always be best friends. No matter how frustrated or angry I get, I will always know that it's going to pass. I will fight for you and defend you. I will nurture you and support you. I will love you and I will like you. Not because there's a piece of paper and a ring that says that I have to, but because you are my best friend and you've become a part of who I am. You will always be the person that I want to share every joke and story with, and you will be the person that I want to make laugh. I guess what I'm trying to say is, thanks for vibing and keeping it tight. If you need me, I'm on my mobile. And oh yeah, I guess I love you too.
How can we pronounce them, Madam Wife?
I'm just making sure. Okay, now, by the power vested in me by the Universal Life Church, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Congratulations, you may now kiss each other. Instead of one taking the other's last name, they have decided to together take the name Lemieux, the French word for the best, and the French-Canadian ancestral origin of betters. If you will all stand. It is my great pleasure to present to you for the first time, Mr. and Mrs. Lemieux.